Hello lovely people, welcome to another book chat. So today I am going to talk about a bit of an oldie but a goodie, and I don't know if you've read much of Roald Dahl's sort of non-kids books, because he was a fantastic short story writer, and I remember reading his short stories when I was probably in my teens or something, and they always had this quite amazing little twist in the tale. He's an absolute master of it, and I absolutely adored them. So I picked this up in one of my bookshop ramblings. I can't remember where exactly, and it's awesome because it's got loads of his collections in it. So it's got Kiss Kiss, Over to You, Switch Bitch, Someone Like You, and 8 Further Tales of the Unexpected. So I was really excited about reading this because it has been, yeah, I've sort of got out of the habit of reading short stories a bit, and they are wonderful when you can get hold of a good one. And at the moment, because I've just been really busy, I've found it quite hard to actually get stuck into a novel, because I'll have nights where I get to bed so late that I don't have time to read, I'm too tired, or I can't remember what was happening in the story before by the time I come back to it. So short stories are perfect for that, because you can dip in, dip out, and you're not trying to keep hold of a whole narrative and a bunch of characters. It's just like, oh, one little nice short story, perfect. Or if you're me, then you get carried away and you read like half a dozen of them or more, and then it's midnight. Yeah. Anyway, so this is a fantastic collection. This is very cool. It's really interesting seeing his different styles through each of the collections of short stories. So Kiss Kiss, I think, was one I did remember some. It's funny, I sort of remembered some stories from sort of each different collection, so I'm not quite sure how that worked. But Kiss Kiss is an excellent collection. Lots of really intriguing little twists in the tale and unexpected happenings. Over to You are more, they're war stories, so they're based, I guess, on his experiences in World War II. And I don't read a lot of war stories because I find them quite intense emotionally for me. And it's not something I really enjoy reading. I have read a certain amount of them, particularly when I was at school and as a teenager, and these are the sort that I really enjoy because they're not at all, they're not really about the violence, not really about the war itself. They are about the people that were in it and fighting, and their experiences when they weren't fighting, when they were either on leave or waiting. And there's this incredible sense of a premonition, maybe, a trepidation that imbues everything, because anything could change at any moment. It's guaranteed someone's not going to come back from whatever mission they were on. It's all RAF stuff, and so they're quite poignant stories. And I did really enjoy his ones, and I do think I remember reading some of his, maybe, or maybe it was just the style. But they're excellent. They're really, really good. Switch Bitch, then. He's definitely got a nasty streak, does Roald Dahl, and that one, some of the stories I was like, no, I don't like that. I don't like the attitudes towards women in that. I don't like, yeah, there was a lot of sort of victimization and also just a certain disregard for women, as if they didn't really count. It was like, oh, I don't like that at all, which is quite interesting when you consider that some of his other short stories are completely the opposite. So yeah, that was a bit of an odd collection. I wasn't so much of a fan. So Someone Like You and 8 Further Tales of the Unexpected, though, fantastic. Back to his normal style, just, yeah, well-written short stories, very engaging characters, great twists in the tale. So, yes, excellent. Would definitely recommend, with some reservations. Lovely. So yeah, tell me, if you're a short story reader, any particular collections that you can recommend for me for when I'm in my very short attention span range? I'd love to hear in the comments, and yeah, speak to you soon. Bye.